everybody, and welcome to the weekly report. I'm Christopher Hernandez with the Kansas City Fire Department, and I'm going to tell you what you need to know this week. September is Emergency Preparedness Month. Being prepared is something we at KCFD think about every day. It's just as important for you to make an emergency plan for your family too. An emergency plan is one of the best ways to keep your family safe. Make a plan, build a kit, and stay informed. Every 10 years, when the census is updated, the city is required to redraw the council boundaries based on the new population numbers. The Redistricting Committee has started meeting to complete this process by December. You can watch all the Redistricting Committee meetings on Channel 2 or our YouTube channel. Get more information about the process at kcmo.gov/redistricting. It's Hispanic Heritage Month, and as a Hispanic member of the Kansas City Fire Department, I have been committed in sharing my culture and my diversity to my colleagues here at KCFD. I have had the opportunity to work scenes and work with people throughout the community that maybe shared my ethnicity or shared my cultural background. So it kind of gives the comfort to that particular group, and also it gives them a familiar face. It gives them someone within the community that's invested time in the community and actually lived in the community to help them in their worst day that they can have when they call us. Thank you for watching the weekly report. I'm Chris Hernandez with the Kansas City Fire Department. Please stay tuned for videos about all these items.
September is Emergency Preparedness Month, and the best insurance policy for you and your family is to be prepared. Hi, I'm Chief Fire Marshal James Dean with the Kansas City Fire Department. You never know when a disaster may strike, but having a plan and being prepared is the best way to keep your family safe. First, make a plan. Second, build a kit. Third, stay informed. Be sure your family has a plan. Know what disasters can happen in your area. Be sure to include any special accommodations for family members like the elderly or babies. Be sure everyone has contact numbers for family members stored in their cell phone. It is important that everyone knows where they should go in an emergency. For a tornado, go to the basement. In case of fire, designate an outdoor meeting spot. Make a kit. Your kit should fit in a backpack or other easy-to-carry bag. Be sure to include prescriptions, food, and water for 72 hours, a first aid kit, and important documents like insurance policies. And don't forget your pets. Be sure to include items for them and plan on how to take them during an emergency. Third, stay informed. Have a weather radio to receive emergency notifications. You can also sign up to receive text, email, or voice notifications at kcmo.gov/alertkc. Following these steps, you can keep your family safe no matter what Mother Nature brings. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Stephanie Smith, and I have the privilege of serving as your chairwoman for the Redistricting Commission. This commission was appointed by Mayor Quentin Lucas, and in his quest to create a multidisciplinary, cross-functional, and multi-identity team, 9 of us come together representing each of our respective districts. Our task, though it's simple, is also complex. It is to ensure that as we take into account the new census taken every 10 years, that we are able to take this census data, and as we have seen an increase in our population in the Kansas City proper area, that it is important for us to ensure that there is a redistricting based upon those numbers. And so we are tasked with making what is considered ideal districts, meaning that it is important that each district have about 85,000 or so people within the district. Right now, the numbers from district to district vary. Some are above that number and some are below. So we will be faced with redistricting in a way that really honors that mandate. The other important component of this is to ensure that they are compact and contiguous, which plainly means that we should not move through irregular boundaries, right? That we really want to make sure that the boundaries make sense and are also consistent with what is important in maintaining community and continuity. And with all of this, we want to keep in mind groups and populations who have been historically marginalized and overlooked. So in particular, we'll be paying attention to communities of color, also our immigrant communities and newcomer community populations, and all other communities that have really not been able, or we want to ensure that their voices are not suppressed, especially as it relates to voting. What is important to us as a commission is that we hear from you, the voices of our neighbors, of our community members. We want to understand what's at stake, what is important to you, what is important for us to consider. Our one task is to be good stewards of our responsibility of being commissioners in this work. What guides us is a very tight timeline. Typically, redistricting commissions have about 9 months. But as you all know, we are in the midst of a pandemic. And because of the pandemic, census overarchingly, nationally, was prolonged, and therefore that has delayed the timing. So here we are in September, given the numbers and given the data and the information, and our task is to be complete and ready to give back recommendations to our fellow council persons by the beginning of December. And so we will look to you as we build this culture of accountability, that it is just not on the shoulders alone of the 9 of us that sit around these tables, but we invite you to be a part of this process. So please join us on Channel 2 to watch the commission meetings, to listen and learn from what is being shared and what we are listening and learning to. And then you can also tune in on the city's YouTube channel. You can also join us on Zoom. We will be continuing to take in input via the website that will be established, and more information will be coming about that. Thank you again for your time and attention, and we look forward to your feedback.
It's Hispanic Heritage Month, and as a Hispanic member of the Kansas City Fire Department, I have been committed in sharing my culture and my diversity to my colleagues here at KCFD. I have had the opportunity to work scenes and work with people throughout the community that maybe shared my ethnicity or shared my cultural background. So it kind of gives the comfort to that particular group, and also it gives them a familiar face. It gives them someone within the community that's invested time in the community and actually lived in the community to help them in their worst day that they can have when they call us. The Kansas City Fire Department is committed to making a more diverse workforce. We're intentionally going out and we're targeting groups, Hispanics, African American, and we're trying to get more diversity, and we're committed to finding more people that reflect the community in which they work. We attended Fiesta Hispania to intentionally go out and find more Hispanic males and females to become fire department.